Good afternoon and welcome to Latimer Park for this pitching in Southern League Premier Central game here against Bishop Stortford. Yes, we're back at Latimer Park and quite a few new faces in the Poppies squad. Three on the team sheet today. Making his debut is Caden Voice, a late signing, a centre-back from Wolverhampton Wanderers, who's been in their under-19s squad. And on the bench, we've got Askham White, who had a brilliant game against us, for Bromsgrove Sporting last season, and Mika Anthony on loan from Bristol Rovers. He's on loan. And Ishmael Fatajo also on the subs bench. Kai Fifield and Callum Powell. Your starting lineup is Jason Alexander, 1, Levi Andow, 2, 6 is Will Glennon, 7, Wes York, 8, Andy Thanodge, 9, and captain Niall Ranger, 11, Yamar Loza, 14, Connor Stanley, 15, Eddie Oppong, 16, Caden Voice, and 21, Alfie Lewis. So there's no Forsyth. Fozzie still injured. Lobjolt, as we know, is on compassionate leave. And Sean Flynn and Barker not in the starting lineup at the moment. So we're getting ready for an important game. It's been quite interesting. Both Poppies and Bishop won their first 4 games of the season, and but they've won 1, drawn 1, and lost 3 of their last 5 competitive games, with both sides obviously exiting the FA Cup last Saturday. Meetings between the two sides, there hasn't been a draw between them, or in fact a 0-0. So as I say, outgoing, we've seen Archie Crowther, who left in the week. He was recalled by Kings Lynn. He's joined Leamington. Just to go through, Askham White, who's incoming, ex-Bromsgrove Sporting, Tamworth, Sporting Calcer, Stratford Town, Coleshill Town, Barwell, Worcester Raiders, West Bromwich Albion Youth. Winger Micah Anthony's on loan from Bristol Rovers. He's also played for Bath City and Handball Town, and was on loan with both of those. Was a Spurs youth player and Queen's Park Rangers under-19. As I said, Caden Voice, centre-back, Wolves under-21. He's on loan as well. Historically, this is great for Kettering. Chris DeFanti, a player of yesteryear, scored an amazing hat-trick as a substitute, the only Poppy to achieve that in the Poppies 3-2 win. Of course, the next week he broke his nose and was out for quite a few games, the trials and tribulations of Chris DeFanti. It's 6 wins to the Poppies, 1 to the Bishops, and as I said, no draw. 20 goals for and 9 against. Last season, the Bishop finished in 15th position. Kettering did the double over them, winning 2-1 here at Latimer Park with 2 goals from Edwards, one of those a penalty, and a 2-0 away win, goals from Niall Ranger and Terrell Pennant, who's now at, I think he's at Alfreton. I think he's there, but there we go. He is there. So it's going to be an interesting game, as I say, this afternoon. Both teams needing wins to get back on the points register, and the Poppies only a game behind, though. Really, it's still very, very early doors in the league, and Poppies in 5th place on 13 points. Bishop Stortford on 12 points. Only played 6 games, though, because one of their games was abandoned due to an injury. Kettering 2 points behind leaders Harbour Town. They face Leiston away today. Banbury meet Spalding United. Bury Town face Alfchurch. Halesowen at home against the Knives. Quorn against Royston. And Redditch United, who are in 8th position, play Stourbridge. Looking at the leading goal scorers in the top 8 teams, it's a Ranger on 5, Bart Silbuski of Spalding on 5, and Quorn's Goodson on 4, who was missing last weekend. Well, the sounds and strains of the hustle are in the background, which means the Poppies should be entering the field of play. Your referee this afternoon is Michael Patterson. And the mascots, all ladies this afternoon, all girls this afternoon, with the flags blowing in the wind. It's a little overcast here at Latimer Park. It's still quite warm, and we're getting ready, which hopefully will be a great game of football. Bishop Stortford last weekend lost 4-1 to Hemel Hempstead in the FA Cup second qualifying round. They lost 1-0 at home to Royston. The same scoreline against Stourbridge at home. They beat Real Bedford at home 1-0 in a replay after a 1-1 draw. Then they beat Royston 2-0. The game against Stratford was 2-1, as I said, was abandoned. They've beaten Stamford 1-0, Sudbury 6-1, and the opening day of the season they beat Bromsgrove Sporting 2-0. So they are going to want to get back also on the positive side of things. Not many from Stortford seem to have travelled to the game, as you'd expect. Kettering always take good away support, but at the moment, nothing much from Bristol. Alongside me this afternoon, we'll be speaking to Gary Foreman, and hoping to bounce back from a disappointing exit in the FA Cup. We have got an interview out with owner George on our YouTube channel. We're trying to get one of these done every 5 or 6 weeks on how things are going at Latimer Park in general. If you haven't seen that, pop along to our YouTube channel, and George will explain everything as it happens. So, afternoon, Gary.
Good afternoon, Paul. Good afternoon to all the listeners this afternoon for this league match, Bishop Stortford. Very similar form to ourselves. Started off like a rocket, but since then the rocket has come back down to earth with some reverses, and they'll be looking to get back to winning ways, as will the Poppies, of course.
Their leading goal scorer, Luca Chadwell, on 3 goals. He's on the subs bench this afternoon. That's is quite a surprise. And no, as I say, no Forsyth, Flynn, Lobjolt or Barker in the Poppy squad. But we know that Forsyth's got an injured foot. And obviously Lobjolt has got compassionate leave. Flynn and Barker not included. We've got Askham White, new signing. Micah Anthony, a new signing. Ishmael Fatajo, first appearance, hopefully on the bench since that awful fracture that he had against Basingstoke during pre-season, and Callum Powell on the subs bench as well. Bishop can only name 4, so they're obviously having problems themselves. But we're getting ready for the teams to come out. Mascots in full flow. Not a packed crowd. It's quite packed on the Kettering side of things, but the Tin Hat where visitors seem to go, it's almost Mary Celeste territory. But it is hopefully a decent attendance, and hopefully Kettering can get back to winning ways, Gary.
Yes, it's a little bit sparse on the crowd front. Hopefully we will get to the 1,000 mark this afternoon, but I think it'll be a close call. Bishop Stortford, not the best supported away from home, and I don't expect there'll be too many visiting fans here this afternoon, but that's what formed us for you, certainly as far regards to home fans. A winning side usually attracts extra people. Just had a bit of a, let's hope it's just a blip, and as I say, we put things right today, and then it puts another couple of hundred on the gate for the next home game.
Just a stat here, at the same stage last season we had 11 points. We currently have 13 points, which is our 3rd highest tally in the last 10 seasons at the 7-game stage. But it was this time last season on game 8 where we went on a 9-game winning streak. The teams walking out. Kettering in red and black, their home kit obviously, and Bishop Stortford in all yellow, marching towards the centre circle where they'll line up and give their handshakes. Still a few people siding into the ground, and they're playing in yellow with a red and black horizontal hoops in the middle of their kit, and shaking hands as they go along with the officials. The debut for Caden Voice, if you haven't heard, it's on the socials. Signed on loan from Wolverhampton Wanderers, gaining his first men's professional, semi-professional football. So The departing Crowther has joined the Leamington. And say no for Forsyth, who's injured. So it's going to be quite a test for the Poppies against the Bishop Stortford side, who started off like us, like a house on fire. And they too, having been thrashed against Hemel Hempstead in the FA Cup, will be wanting to show Steve Castle, the manager, that they are still a force to be reckoned with, because they were relegated the season before last from the Vanarama National League South. Vanarama is no more, of course. It is the Enterprise League, I believe, now. So boldly going where no team has gone before, I suppose. Niall Ranger, captain today. It's a first for Niall, alongside captain Jake Thompson for the Blues. And Kettering at the moment kicking towards the Prosaw stand. We'll wait and see what the coin does. Shaking hands. I think they're going to stay that way. And yeah, we're staying that way. So Kettering kicking from right to left towards the Prosaw stand. And it's going to be the visitors to get proceedings underway. You listen to Poppies TV audio, sponsored by Elgood's Brewery. Thank you, Marcus and Elgood's, for their continued support of the media team. And let's hope that we can bring some success this afternoon and reverse our fortunes on our home turf. It's going to be then Bishop Stortford to kick off with Jack Smith over the ball on the centre circle. Kettering having to still playing three at the back. We are off. Smith gets the ball back. It's pumped out wide. Goes straight out for a throw-in on the far side. Usual non-league player, hoof up front and goes out of play. But a throw-in to Kettering. Where's York on the far side? He's taken it, headed out by Akambi. Throw in again, Wedge York, just in front of Simon Holyoke. Gets it to Thanos, trying to find Lewis, but intercepted by Phillips. Wedge York intercepts, gets the ball. Under pressure, though, from Green. Goes down, fouled. That will be a free kick on the far side. Glennon goes over to take the ball. Takes a quick one, squares it to Voice. Voice going forward. Looks a bit like Crowther visually. Plays the ball out wide to Andow. Back to Voice. He finds Stanley, then is tripped, but wins it back. Good work from Stanley to Andow. Andow flicks the ball forward. There'll be a chase for Opong, but it's headed back to the keeper for Adam Hayton to come out. He's wearing all grey. I thought he was in tracksuit bottoms, actually, but he's not. He's got grey shorts, grey socks, and some tights on there as well. Hoofs the ball out. Goes out wide. Glennon wins that. A throw-in to Stortford on that far side. Leon Davis going over to take it. Finds Phillips. He gives the ball away to Thanodge. Thanodge tries to find Loza. Loza wins the ball to Thanodge. He pumps it forward, but no Kettering player is there. Out comes the keeper. Will stop it from going for a goal kick. Does so. And he trots back in this penalty area. Just into the 3rd minute here at Latimer Park. Hayton then sends it out wide, but there is Andow. Gets in. Andow again gets the ball from the ricochet. Alexander clears it. Ranger and Lewis underneath it. Ranger gets a foot on it. Still Ranger. Intercepted, though, by Phillips. Kettering retain it with Loza. Back to Lewis. Lewis turns, having his shirt tugged a little bit. To Glennon. Pumps it forward, but that's going to go straight to Mark Haynes, who puts it up and under, really, and that goes out of play. And 0-0 into the 3rd minute.
Poppies started with a flat back 4 today. Where's York on right back duties, and it's Levy Andow on left back duties, with Glennon and Caden Voice as centre halves. Andy Thanodge in the holding midfield role, ahead of and behind Lewis and Connor Stanley. Pop is breaking on this side to Oppong onto the cross, but that's straight at the goalie who spills it somehow. And he might have tights on, but his gloves were letting him down somewhat there.
Well, there's a red kite flying over. I thought he was going to intercept at one point, but yes, very dodgy from the goalkeeper as Loza on that far side. Then he's tripped, and the referee gives it the other way, which is quite incredible. But referee wants the ball to go back for the free kick. Loza can't believe it, but he was the one that was being impeded, and the referee has given it away. Referee Michael Patterson didn't see it that way.
No, I think he gave it for obstruction in the end because Loza was on the floor, cradling the ball, and a bit harsh, but nevertheless, it's going to be a goal kick for the visitors. A free kick, actually, in a goal kick area.
Hayton then on the far side sends it along. Glennon's underneath it, but he doesn't get there. There's a bit of a shove and tug, but Glennon gets it to York. He plays it towards Ranger. It's hoofed away, intercepted by Andow. A bit scrappy at the moment. The ball finds its way back to the keeper, Hayton. Kettering fans giving him a bit of stick, as you'd expect. It's a clearance by him, but it hit the neck of Wes York, and it's in towards McCanby. Plays it out wide. Under pressure is Oppong with the ball back with Thompson, the captain. Sends it out wide for De Silva to chase, but cleared by Andow and Voice between them, but only towards Jack Smith. Smith puts the ball in. The chance here for the number 7. Puts it in. Shot comes in. Great save from Alexander. It's not cleared yet. It's going to go out for a corner. No, it's cleared by Glennon. First chance though to Stortford. Kettering still haven't cleared it. Smith on the edge of the penalty area. Beats 1, beats 2. Doggedly going forward. Still with the ball. Uses the foot. Curling shot comes in there. And Andow hoofs the ball away towards Rangers. Pushed in the back. Nothing given. But a great effort from Aaron Green. Superbly saved by Alexander. And Stortford could have taken the lead, Gary.
Yeah, we said it before this season already. For big man Jason Alexander, he gets down very well low. But visitors on the prowl again with Green. Drops to a Canby on in the box. Goes one way, then the other tries to get a shot away. Where's York, though, with the block. But a bit of panic stations again for the Poppers in their own area.
Yeah, Loza gets it to Lewis in their own. Lewis is then tripped. Nothing in by the referee. A chance here for the visitors in the penalty area, but well won by Glennon. And Kettering clear the ball. Only Ranger up front. He chests it down. Doesn't reach Thanodge. It does reach Davis on the far side. He plays the ball back to the keeper as well out of his area. And he plays it back on the far side. Gets to look a bit shaky at the back. And it is Stortford coming forward again. Good work by the visitors. In the centre circle, plays it out wide. Intercepted by Stanley. Plays it back to Andow. Basilio couldn't do much with that. It's back with Voice. Hopefully we'll hear from him later. Alexander sends it along towards Wes York. Wes York just outside the penalty area there. Can Loza get in on it and off? Not sure what that was given for. Not offside. And
referee thought it was a foul. Nobody else did. But
nobody else did, no. So out comes Hayton. Leaves it. No, he decides to take the free kick himself. About 4 yards outside the penalty area on the far side, on the angle. 0-0 if you just joined us. One shot from Stortford, well saved by Alexander. Other than that, nothing really to talk about. Ball goes out of play for a throw-in on the far side. Glennon leaves it for York. And York halfway in the Poppers half on the far side. Back to Glennon. Glennon does well. Sends it long towards Ranger. He won't get there. It's a win by Haynes. Good work again from Green. Green going forward, still Green there, and bit of a little touch by Voice. Gets the ball back to Alexander, but Green looked like he was going to pull the trigger. Good work, though, from the youngster. Voice coming forward, halfway in Kettering's half, towards Ranger. Ranger knocked off the ball, and Stanley wins it back. And out. Back to Voice. Voice finds Stanley. Stanley with a bit of space on this left-hand side. Got Oppong in front of him. Has to play the ball back. No, he doesn't. He comes inside. He's on the halfway line. Still going forward. Beats one, beats two. Gets up under challenge. The ball back with Lewis. Finds Handout. Handout. Plays it back to Voice. Playing in the Crowther position. Lewis over the halfway line. Searching forward towards Ranger. Having his shirt tugged. Nothing given by the referee. No protection for a Ranger. There's Green. Ball back with De Silva. Plays it long. It's a good ball back to Phillips. Out wide is Onibawara. Still with him in the penalty area. Beats one, beats two. Might try a shot himself. Comes in. Parried by Alexander. He catches it the second time as Cole De Silva was coming in at the 6-yard box to tap it in. Good work from Alexander. But again, Onibawara doing well. Well, there are some Stortford fans here. The cries of yellow. Probably about 20 of them, I think, now in the tin hat. Ball back with Voice. He finds Lewis. Back to Voice. Camden Voice making his debut. Going forward. Squares it to Thanodge. Thanodge out wide to Glennon. Glennon inching forward. Not a lot on for him at the moment, though. Plays it out wide on the byline to York. He finds Loza. Loza turns, gets it to Thanodge. Thanodge squares it back to Voice. Lewis. Oppong on the left if he wants to use him. Oppong scored that wonderful goal at Quorn last week, but to no avail. Gets the ball back to Voice. Squares it to Thanodge. Thanodge, right-footed, sends it out wide to York. If he can keep this in, it hits York. He'll do well to keep this in. He has done. He hasn't done. He goes out for a throw by the corner flag.
Kept it in first attempt, but the second bounce was just a bit too high for him. A fairly flat start from the men in red today. Of course, got a new starter at the back, feeling his way in, and Levi Ando asked to play a left-back role when, of course, he's right-footed. That's not going to help certainly from an attacking point of view. Where's York on the far side? He'll do a pretty good job no matter where you place him, but it's going to take a little while perhaps to settle down for this Toppist side. They certainly need to get a bit more traction through the midfield. And here's Stanley doing well in the midfield, breaks up the play to Lewis. Lewis on the edge of the box finds Oppong, and that's ricocheted off him from the Bishop Stortford defender for a goal kick.
Yep, deflected for off Oppong for a goal kick. And it's taken quickly. Thompson, the captain, coming forward. Thompson sends it down for a chase for Vasilio. And Voice heads the ball back calmly to Alexander. He rolls it back to Voice. Voice seen quite a bit of the ball, considering it's his debut at the moment. Good ball to Oppong. Oppong does well under pressure. Beats one, beats two on the halfway line. Plays it out wide to Stanley. Stanley out wide to York. York tries to find Stanley. He does. Has to come inside. Stanley back to Thanodge. To poor ball from Thanodge. Gives it away. And away goes the number 11. He's gone out wide. He's got York with him. York falls down and it's a good movement from the number 11. Puts the ball over here and that's going to go out for a corner. Good work by Anya Magara took the ball about 30 yards, gets a corner out of it. Very, very tricky indeed. Muscular, impressive going forward, and the first corner of the afternoon.
Yeah, it looks like a handful. A handful for the defenders and a handful for the commentators as well. So apologies if we are getting his name wrong, but Stortford will have a corner on the far right-hand side of the tin hat end. It's going to be an outswinger. Centre halves both up as you'd expect, and it comes to Phillips on the edge of the box, gets his foot on it. Good clearing header though from Niall Ranger, and Andy Thanodge completes the clearance to the halfway line, picked up by Lewis. Lewis is foul, the referee should play on, and Loza's away on the far side. Loza with Green to beat on the edge of the box, brings it inside from him, and then unfortunately treads on the ball. Stanley picks up the pieces on the edge of the box. On the D, finds Oppong. Oppong trying to get past Phillips, but Phillips does well, robs him the ball, and then Oppong drags him down. And that will be a free kick to the visitors.
Yeah, that attack really sort of broke down when Loza skidded on the ball and went down and couldn't force a shot. And in the end, it's a free kick. Out comes the keeper, Adam Hayton, to take it on this near side. And Stortford look very, very good going forward. Lights are flickering on at the moment. And Hayton is going to take this free kick eventually. Does so, sends it down the right-hand side. Voice gets ahead to it, gets it to Stanley. So he's being pushed in the back all the way. But in doing so, he puts the ball out. Andow couldn't react quick enough. Throw into the visitors, and Cole De Silva halfway in Kettering's half on the our near right-hand side, and well won by Oppong, but he's in a difficult position. He's being challenged by De Silva, but cleared by Oppong. Ranger can't do much with that. Lewis can, but he can't control it. Thanodge gets the return, but it's a poor header from him. It's a bit scrappy at the moment. As number 11 there is fouled, this time by Wes York on the far side. He's causing quite a few problems, is Anya Bawama. And he gets a free kick. That's the nearest I'm going to get to it. What happened to Smith, Jones, Edwards, in the old days? Powell, Johnson, I mean. It's like a game of countdown, isn't it, on here half the time? Free kick then on the far side. De Silva with it. Left-footed. It's not particularly good, though, and Andow's going to mop this up, gets the ball back to Voice, who clears it. But again, it should fall to the Stortford play. He lumps it back forward. Voice again clears the ball towards Oppong. He chests it down, pushed in the back. Referee and given nothing. He's given Kettering nothing so far this afternoon. I know we're only 17 minutes into it, but there is Stanley trying to find Ranger, but loses the ball. Sends it long. Glennon needs to react quickly here, but he's got behind the ball. And a foul by Voice this time on Canby. 8 yards or so from the D in the centre. Referee saw that one. Didn't see the push on the Kettering player earlier, but he saw that one.
Yeah, mind you, that was a clear foul. And dangerous position halfway in the Poppies half, just deciding whether they're going to have a shot on target or not. It looks as though Cole De Silva is going to be the man with that decision to make. It's fairly central, so I think it will be a shot. It's going to be difficult to get a decent angle crossing, but we'll see. Poppy's wall being asked to move back another couple of yards by the referee. We'll place them just on the edge of the D. Here we go. De Silva respots the ball. Referee blows his whistle. Shot comes in and it's a couple of yards wide of the post. Alexander in no rush to get across. I think he knew as soon as it was struck that it was always heading that way. Into the 19th minute here at Latimer Park. And still at 0-0. The Voice joined just in the last day or so from Wolverhampton Wanderers under-21s. Ball is back with Alexander. Alexander now clears long, looking for Wes York. But good clearing header there from left back Leon Davis. Not for a Popish throw.
York then in front of Simon Hollyoak. About to take the throw in, has done, trying to find Ranger. Ranger gets it out to wide to Loza. He keeps it in just on the far side touchline. Loza then wiggling his way through. Loza again in the penalty area. Still Loza gets the ball there, puts the ball through. Loses it at the vital moment. It's cleared. Thanodge heads it back, but in doing so only gets it through to Phillips. He clears it only towards Andow though. Back wide with Oppong on this left-hand side. Oppong, not a lot on from him. He's got two round him. Oppong bearing down, trying to get the ball over. He does, and gets a throw in out of it. Down by the corner flag on the left-hand side. Andow coming over to take it. Picks the ball up. I think he's going to have a long throw in here. He's aiming up for it. It's towards a Ranger, but it's cleared easily by Stortford. And we have a throw in by the corner flag. I thought it was going to be a corner, but it is a throw in. Right by the corner flag. Andow again with it. Stanley comes in quickly, gets the ball back to Andow. Andow back to Stanley. Stanley, right footed, comes inside the penalty area. Goes one way, goes the other. Bit of trickery from him. Tries to put the ball over, and in doing so, just scoops the ball to the keeper. And looks like it was offside anyway. And play is brought back for the free kick. 0-0 here in the 21st minute. Listen to Popish TV Audio, sponsored by Elgood's Brewery. And pretty even game at the moment. Just Stortford with the only chance of the afternoon. Fine save from Alexander, from Aaron Green. Other than that, a lot of huff and puff from the visitors. Good ball from De Silva, but straight towards Alexander. His alert comes out to the corner of the penalty area, trots back with it, and rolls it out to Caden Voice. Voice, left-footed player, of course. Plays the ball back and now to Alexander. He finds Voice. Squares it to Glennon. Glennon now on the far side. Finds Thanodge. Thanodge turns. He's got York out while he wants to use him. Doesn't. He uses Loza. Little touch from Loza. Does well. Beats his marker. That was Mark Haynes. Plays it out wide, but in doing so, and the photographer falls over trying. I think is that Joe falls over trying to save the ball.
Yep.
Throw in to Stortford on the far side. Hasn't been taken yet. Has now. Glennon gets head to it. Cleared though by Jack Smith. It's high into the sky. Well won by Green, but York intercepts, gets it to Ranger. Ranger finds Stanley. Stanley though loses the ball. Smith gets it back to the keeper, Hayton. And he comes out of his 6-yard box, rolls it a few times. And now he's marching out the penalty area. Ranger tried to close him down. Cleared. It's a decent ball if he gets there, but Andow intercepts. Good interception. Finds Oppong. Oppong turns. Switches it on the far side to Wes York. York's got Loza on the overlap if he needs him. Plays him now. Loza hugging that touchline. He's got Lewis with him if he wants. He's got York also. He finds York. York puts the ball. A handball cries there. Nothing given by the referee. And finds his way back to Adam Heighton. Not a lot of protest from the Poppies. Vasilio puts the ball through. It's a good ball through to the number 19 who's offside. It can be. But your thoughts, Gary, on the first 24 minutes?
Well, passed by without much event, to be honest, Cookie. One smart save from Jason Alexander when Aaron Green got his shot away for the visitors. And apart from that, it's been very quiet, very plain sailing. But starting to fans looking to encourage the Poppies on a little bit, get a little bit more forward momentum. Here's Stanley, but Stanley given offside, much to the chagrin of the home fans. Onyiwara on the far side does well again, but got 3 players around him. He wants to beat them all, and then Connor Stanley brings him to the ground on the halfway line. Tricky customer, that's for sure. Just looking for that Poppies spark so far this afternoon. Been much too quiet. That's a wasted free kick from the visitors, and that will go all the way for a throw-in near the corner flag. Where's York tracking back to take the throw-in? Looking for options, and then unleashes it down the line, looking for Ranger. Ranger does get the flick on. Hoisted forward by Jack Smith for the visitors. And good mopping up by Caden Voice to Eddie Oppong. Oppong tries to take on De Silva for pace, but De Silva does well. Stocky figure, uses his bulk well. Akambi with the header on to Green on the edge of the box. Green shepherded by Will Glennon. Out to Onyiwara on that far side. Takes on Wes York. Wes York does well and has been fouled himself, but incredibly, there's no free kick given. And I do not know why, but it does ricochet for a Kettering goal kick. Now Wes York is going to get a talking to by the referee. York complaining he didn't get the free kick. And Niall Ranger's been called across us in his capacity as captain.
Well, the referee hasn't given Kettering anything at all. And Wes is quite his rights there, because it isn't the decision the referee has made. And I'm afraid, well, we'll have to wait and see how this referee gets on, but he's certainly not endearing himself to the fans at the moment, certainly not to Wes York, who can't believe it, but it is going to result.
No, it was a clear free kick.
It was.
That should have been given, and it wasn't, and that's where the frustration comes from Wes York.
Why on earth the number 11 over there has got hold of the ball? It's nothing to do with him, but anyway, it's back with Alexander. He finds Voice. Voice seen a lot of the ball in his first competitive game for the Poppies. He finds Lewis, pays it back to Glennon. Glennon, must say the pitch looks superb from here. Looks really lush, looks really good as Voice finds Loza, who switched sides at the moment. Then he's fouled. The referee's actually given one. Ironic cheers from the referee as Mark Haynes bundles Loza down. It finds York on the far side. Overlapping is Stanley. Stanley gets the ball over, but it's only towards Loza. Can he try a snapshot? Loza puts one in, shoots in there. Oh, goes wide. Good effort from Loza. And being manhandled all the time by Mark Haynes. Referee going over to have a quick chat with him. But that's more like it from Kettering.
Yeah, first spark of the afternoon. That was Cookie from the Reds. And I actually got it from a first free kick as well, ironically enough, by the referee. But going back to the pitch, yes, I walked on it at the end of the last game, and it's very noticeable that the grass coverage is by far the best that we've seen at Latimer Park since we moved here. And it's a lot more even as well with the bounce. Dare I say it, far less instances of the Burton bobble now. So fair play to the groundsman.
The Ranger puts the ball out to Stanley on the far side. Good work from Stanley. Weaves one way. Whether A chance here, but Ranger can't get it. It's cleared by the Blues, playing in yellow, as York wins the header from Green. But it's cleared by Haynes again, who's quite troublesome. Green gets the back header. It's out to that troublesome number 11, Onuaguera. He goes down. At this time, though, that Thanodge gets the better of him. And it's a throw in to the Poppies, taken by York to Thanodge. Thanodge finds Loza. Loza turns. Little pirouette from him. Still being chased by the 14, Jack Smith, out wide to Stanley, switch side. Stanley in towards Lewis. Lewis got a couple of long ranges for Kettering, gets it out wide to Loza. He comes inside. Flies in a shot here, straight into the hands of Adam Hayton, who parries it and then collects it about a foot in front of him. Another shot on target, though, from Kettering. That's what the fans want to see. Good strike from Loza. Voice gets the header to Thanodge from the goal kick into Stanley. Stanley got Oppong on this left-hand side. Oppong going forward. Ander going to overlap if he wants to, but he can't see him. Oppong beats one, beats two. Still Oppong going. Oppong gets it through to Ranger. Ranger turns. He's got 4 or 5 with him. There is Stanley out to Loza, but then he gives the ball away, unfortunately, to Phillips. He clears it. And Akambi does well coming forward. Sends it long, but it's a poor ball from him. Straight into the feet of Alexander. He plays it very quickly to Voice. Finding Thanodge, back to Voice again. He plays it towards Ranger. Ranger, a little touch there. Good ball towards Lewis, and he's to Stanley rather. Stanley comes through, can't get a shot in. Stanley's got Loza with him. Here's Loza. Loza through to Ranger. Ranger's shot is blocked. And here is Lewis. Lewis puts one in here. Lewis, that's a fine shot, just goes over the bar. That's just gone over, but that's what Lewis can do. Hit it from about 30 yards. Goalkeeper was at full stretch. A foot lower, that would have been a goal.
Much brighter from the Reds. Alfie Lewis snapshot from outside the box. A little bit too high, but it's far more encouraging. The passing looks a little bit crisper in the last few minutes. The intent is certainly there to get forward and attack that little bit quicker. All welcoming signs after a flat sort of first 20-25 minutes.
Hayton takes the goal kick. Thanodge and Voice underneath it. Voice puts the foot in towards Ranger. Ranger can't win the battle with Thompson. Thanodge gives the ball away from the header to Phillips. Phillips out wide. Intercepted by Glennon. No, still won by the Blues. Good ball through towards Green, but there is Voice again. A little back header by York. It's with the number 14, Jack Smith. Plays it out wide in front of the away dugouts. Inside to Facilio. Well won, though, by Kettering. Then they lose the ball. There's a chance here. Might be a long-range effort here. Plays it out wide, though, to De Silva. De Silva, sends up on the wrong way. Left-footed curling cross. The header comes in. It's a poor one. And Alexander not happy with the marking. It goes for a goal kick. That could have been more dangerous.
Yeah, that was free header for Facilio. And it was a poor header, fortunately, for the Poppies. And Alexander right to be upset with his defenders because no opposition player should have a free header about 8 yards out. So dodged a bullet there as far as the Poppies are concerned. Glennon back in possession. Out to Wes York on the far touchline into Lewis. Lewis turns back in. Side to the field. Now looking for options on this near side. Levi Andow providing width, but then runs the ball out. And that's going to be a throw-in to the visitors.
33 minutes we're into here at Latimer Park, 0-0. Poppy's been a little bit more enterprising in this first half after the initial burst by the Bishops or the Blues. Certainly a different side to the side we met last season, a lot more robust. As Green, some interesting touches there, but Stanley gets in front of them, plays it back to Wes York. York out wide to Stanley, back to York on the halfway line. You're looking up, not a lot of movement from him. He's trying to find Ranger. Does find Ranger. Ranger being manhandled. A foul there. Nothing given by the referee. Another one is let go as Green now bursts away. Still Green with it. Might try one himself. The ball's come through to the 14. And well won by Wes York and Glennon to get the ball back to Voice to Alexander. He clears it. Very tight that was, but Alexander clears it. Referee again missing a foul on a poppy. Lewis does well, gets it to Oppong. A little dummy from him, sending Haynes nowhere. Oppong, little double shuffle. Can he get the ball over? He can. Headed it out. There is Lewis, but doesn't know where the ball is. Cleared by Bishop. Glennon wins the header towards Stanley. Stanley's got Loza on the right hand. Loza puts, well, it's a shot there though from Stanley. Thought he was going to play it out wide to Loza. He doesn't. And Stanley now gets the ball himself, plays the ball out. He can't get it to Loza. Unlucky. Throw into Kettering on the other side. Crowd gearing up behind us in the Pro Saw end. A bit more lively from the Poppies. Loza leaves a throw in to Wes York. It's halfway in the Bishop side on the far side. Hasn't been taken yet. It's a throw in towards Lewis. He finds Loza. Loza does a little turn. Ball here for York. Lovely ball from Loza. Puts the ball in. Haynes gets a foot on it. Back to York though. Onside still. Heavy touch from York. Puts the ball in. It's a poor one though. And they're trying to find Loza. But then in turn, Thanodge gets the ball back. But cleared again. Only towards Andow. Back to Loza. Can he see York? He can. York comes through here. Can he get the ball over? York puts the ball in towards Ranger. Knocked off it. Should be Wall. Lewis there just on the penalty spot. Fires a shot in. Goalkeeper goes down and parries it. Good save from the keeper. Should have been 1-0. But more enterprising stuff from the Poppies.
Yeah, definitely more enterprising. But that was a golden chance for Lewis. He just scuffed his shot. It was good pullback from Wes York. Ranger let it run. York looking for better. Lewis looking for better contact, really. And in the end, it was a comfortable save for Hayton. Onuera on that far side, being policed by Stanley, but he turns inside him. Then he beats York. He's a real tricky customer on the left-hand side, but he can't go by Andy Thanodge. Thanodge to Wes York. York would play. And then it's intercepted by Lewis. Onuera takes the ball inside this time. Then releases it to Jack Smith. Smith inside to Phillips. Phillips brings it on to Mark Haynes. That's good interception there by Oppong. Bringing the ball forward. Releases Ando. Ando on this near side, running at the edge of the penalty box. Cuts inside, and he could have gone down then for a penalty. As it is, he gets a shot away. And Hayton parries the ball for a corner. But that was interesting. I wonder if and there was definitely contact. If Andai would have gone down then, the referee would have had a decision to make.
He would, but very good work from the number 2 for Kettering there, forcing the keeper into a diving save. Knowing the referee wouldn't have given a penalty either, no, now look.
Yeah,
but,
exactly.
He's not given us anything else so far.
You know what the decision would have been.
But great work from Levy Andow. And he remains up there, tall, powerful, and it is a corner on the left-hand side. Lewis takes it's a poor one from him though, and a slice away by Bishop towards Oppong. Plays a snapshot again, and a scrambling dive there from Hayton as the ball just goes inches wide of the post, but it still remains Kettering Town 0, Bishop Stortford 0. But Kettering improving as the game goes on.
Yeah, they certainly are. It's been a much, much better 10, 12, 15 minutes or so after a very quiet and placid start almost. But back underway. Hayton clears to the halfway line. Lewis intercepts. Finds Thanodge. Thanodge asking Oppong to get on his bike, and he does. Finds Oppong running at De Silva on the edge of the penalty box. De Silva holding him up. Cross comes into Ranger. Ranger with his back to goal finds Lewis. Lewis shoots. Oh! off the crossbar. It's still shaking. Stanley picks up the ball on the outside of the penalty box, and then it's intercepted and cleared by Bishop Stortford. And Poppies are getting closer.
Yeah, incredible. As you say, the crossbar is just stopped from shaking. Incredible shot there. Another foul on York, missed by the referee as Kettering come forward again with Andow. He plays a 1-2 off the Bishop player. Nothing much on for him now. Gets the ball towards Stanley. He loses it. Andow gets a foot in. Cleared, though, by Vasilio. Still Vasilio with it. He finds the number 14, Jack Smith, sends it out wide to the dangerous number 11 coming forward. Might be a shot from him. It is a shot goal, 1-0. And it was the number 19. It was Akambi. There was a slight deflection. Wrong-footed Alexander. And all Kettering's good work has gone to nothing as Stortford take the lead.
Well, that's the game of football for you. And about a minute earlier, Lewis, we thought he'd given us the lead with a tremendous shot that hit the bar. And then Akambi breaking up the other end. And it was the deflection from the Poppies defender that really took the ball past Alexander and put it into the corner. And after all that good momentum for the last 10-15 minutes, the only thing it results in is a 1-0 to the visitors.
So the 40th minute here, Kettering on top, but one fluke, let's call it, and Stortford find themselves a goal ahead in the game. So Kettering with it all to do now. It was 2-1 here last season. So hopefully Kettering will be able to repeat that score. His voice gets the ball back to Alexander, out wide to Glennon. Glennon now coming forward. That's a kick in the teeth, isn't it, really, after all the possession and all the chances of Guggeo's. Away comes Lewis. He's got Stanley in front of him, puts the ball. It's the wrong option from Lewis, trying to find Oppong. He should have put the ball through to Stanley, but cleared by Stortford. Thanodge wins the ball, but then loses it, lets it out wide to Loza. Loza does well under pressure and still wins the ball. Excellent work from Loza. Like a pinball, stuck to his foot, almost fell over, but he still got the ball on the edge of the penalty area. Gives it to Stanley. Stanley can Kettering reply straight away. They did against Worcester. There's Andow. Andow in towards Ranger. Ranger flicks the ball to Oppong. Oppong goes one way, goes the other. Can he get the ball over? There's a deflection there towards Stanley. A lot of players in there. Lewis blocked again by Green, cleared only towards Thanodge and York. Thanodge gets it to Glennon. Kettering still maintaining this forward motion. Thanodge out wide to Andow. Andow, 42 minutes gone towards Ranger. Ranger squares it to Lewis. Lewis trying to find Loza, cleared by Phillips, only towards York. And there is Voice. Back to Stanley. Stanley. Still Stanley in the centre. Puts the ball in towards Lewis. Lewis, edge of the area. He tries a little back flick. Nobody there. And the ball back with the keeper, Hayton. And that attack breaks down. 43 minutes. Plus a little bit of time added on. I would have thought about a minute. There'd been nothing really to stop for in this first half. It's out wide to Glennon. He puts it out of play for a throw-in. Well, Simon Holyoke will be bitterly disappointed being one down going into half-time if it remains 1-0. Poppies with much of the play, especially the last 15, as we said, to find themselves a goal down really was, I say, it was a bit of a fluke really, but that's football, as we say. And when it's not running for you, which it isn't at the moment, it isn't running for you, is it?
Yeah, but it's not got feeling hard done by, feeling sorry for yourselves. Still time to make a difference in this game. So Glennon gets clattered and wins the free kick in the Poppies half. But, you know, Simon will just be saying, well, carry on really what you've been doing for the last 20 minutes or so. And one of the chances that you get, please take. Well, two of them, hopefully, unless we get another 2-1 like it was last season. But I think still a few minutes of this half left and then another 45 to come. So plenty of time still to go for the poppies and plenty of attacking options on the bench.
As Voice comes forward, who's had a good debut so far, despite being a goal down. He gets the ball back from Oppong, squares it to Thanodge. Thanodge turns, sends a long ball towards York. It won't reach him. It does reach Onya Wagera on the far side. He's doing well again on that left flank. Still going down there, comes inside, gets the ball. Might be a chance here for the 14. Tries a long-range shot, blocked by Voice. It goes back to the number 11, who's now on the byline. Comes inside. Bit of trickery from him. Again, the 18 might try a shot. Can't. Gets it back. And Thanodge intercepts, thankfully. And then does well. Gets the ball to Oppong. There's only Ranger up front. Loza on the far side. Oppong then loses the ball, intercepted by the number 14, Jack Smith. Kettering throw-in into 45 minutes. Looks like there's going to be 2 minutes of time added on as the throw be taken quickly towards Stanley. Stanley back to Voice. Voice squares it to Lewis. Lewis out wide to York. York's got Loza in front of him. Can he beat Davis, the number 3? He can. Gets it back to York. Back to Glennon. Sun beaming down now here at Latimer Park. As York gets it back to Lewis. Lewis squares it to Voice. Finds Andow. Andow. Stanley. Stanley turns in towards Ranger. Ranger. Nice little flick to Stanley. Oppong out wide. Oppong needs to keep the ball in. Can't do it. Overhit sadly by Stanley. That attack breaks down. And the 2 minutes of time added on. And we're into that now. Throw in to Bishop. And probably we'll find this might be the lowest attendance of the season so far, I would have thought. But ball back with Glennon on the halfway line. He finds Voice. Out wide to Oppong. Good ball from him to Stanley. Stanley under pressure, being pushed and shoved. Gets it to Lewis. Lewis back to Voice as Stanley goes down. Switches it towards Loza. Don't think Loza will keep that in. Yes, he has. That's well done by Jamar. Goes one way, goes the other. Can he get a shot in? He can't. Can he get the ball over? He can. Ball comes over. And nobody is there. It's going to go out for throw-in on the far side. Good work from Loza. He's been quite a handful in that first half. Trickery, showing all the skills, but nobody's been able to latch on to any of his crosses at the moment. And Bishop Stortford taking all the time they can to take this throw-in to run out the clock in this first half. If you've just joined us, it's the Poppies are 1 goal behind. Goal scored by the 19, Salim Akanbi. Deflected shot, a fluke really, but all goals count. And Thanodge trying to find a bit of a head tennis here. It's going to be cleared by Bishop. It is. Only towards Glennon on the halfway line. Is there one last chance in this first half? Referee takes a look at his watch. Ranger can't get the ball to Oppong. Cleared only towards Andow, but it's Bishop doing well. A push in the back on Andow. Again, ironic cheers from the Kettering fans as the referee hasn't really given the Poppies too much this afternoon. Not saying he should, but there's been quite a few little fouls that have gone unpunished. Last chance in this first half then. Thanodge over the ball. Halfway in the half. Sends it into the penalty area. There's Ranger. Flicks the ball on and it goes down harmlessly. And there goes the half-time whistle. It went out for a goal kick. And the referee binged the first half to a conclusion with a disappointing news from a Kettering point of view. It is Kettering Town 0, Bishop Stortford 1. Gary and I were back in the second half, hopefully with some happier tidings to bring.
Well, let's hope so, Paul, because after a very quiet 20 minutes, it's been all Poppies. Chances all the way to the Poppies, but their reward was a slap in the face. The visitors breaking away for a deflected goal. So work to be done here at Latimer Park. Kettering Town 0, Bishop Stortford 1. We'll see you after the break.
Welcome back to Latimer Park. Stortford already out there. Poppy's just coming out now in front of the mascots. You just joined us. It's Kettering Town 0, Bishop of Stortford 1. I'll just go through a couple of a few selected fixtures. Banbury 2, Spalding 0. Bury Town 0, Alfchurch 0. Hales Owen, Nilson Ives 0. Leiston 1, Harbour Town 1. Quorn 1, Royston 0. Redditch 1, Stourbridge 0. That's the top 8 sides in the division so far. And we're back here for this second half. Catching a goal down. The goal scored by... Looks like there's going to be a change, though, for the Poppies. Callum Powell looks like that he is coming on. So, Callum. And Ranger is on, trying to see who it is that is coming off. And Will Glennon has been replaced by Callum Powell. So another defender off and another tracker on. That's a strange one. But, looks like Andow has gone into the centre where Glennon was. Callum Powell getting 45 minutes. That's the longest he'll have had so far this season. And the first change, as I say, for Kettering. Callum Powell wearing the number 23. And Loza over the ball. Poppy's kicking towards the tin hat. That seems quite well attended over there. Haven't got the attendance yet, but I would estimate this is probably the first game we've had under 1,000 that listen to the Klondike ticket sales. Usually gives us an indication of how many.
Yeah, it can do, but
we'll have to wait and see.
So Poppy's with a change. I'm not sure whether it's tactical or there was a knock for Glennon.
Well, it's back with Alexander from Loza. It's been pushed forward towards Ranger and Oppong. It goes out of play straight away. Thrown on the far side.
Leviandow has gone into the right of the two centre halves, next to Caden Voice, the debutante. And Eddie Oppong has gone in at the left back, or more left wing back at times, per position. And he's in possession now. Just trying to find the substitute, Callum Powell, who's gone for a throw to the visitors, quickly taken. Jack Smith then is fouled in the middle. Quickly taken free kick, and Onyewara on this near side now, having a run at Wes York, takes it inside him. He checks back inside again. Phillips battling with Fanodge, and then Wes York comes in. I thought he'd taken it, but Phillips has actually won the ball down to the byline, and now he tries to buy a penalty, quite rightly not given by the referee. And Voice does well to bring the ball out to Lewis. Lewis switches it onto the far side to Eddie Oppong. Oppong to Powell, but that's intercepted by Jake Thompson. It'll be a throw in to the Poppies. But Callum Powell on that left-hand side attacking position. Jamal Loza on the near side, the right-hand side. Now Ranger spearheading the attack for the Poppies in the second half. That's a good flick from Ranger, finds Powell. Powell into the penalty box. The cross comes in all the way through to Loza. Well. Callum Powell, with his introduction at half-time, had a big role to play in that goal for the Poppies, as did Ranger. The ball came across to the third of the three strikers, Jamal Loza, and with his left foot, he makes no mistake, and the Poppies have levelled.
What a cracking goal as well from Loza. He piled that one into the net, and superb goal, and made us Garris head by Powell, and Kettering back on level terms. Loza on the score sheet, and Poppy's level. That didn't take long. 47 minutes, 2 minutes gone, and Kettering level. And that is Loza's third goal of the season, the second in the league here at home, and he's got one away. So cracking start to the second half, and Kettering at the throw-in on the far side as the rain begins to come down at Kettering.
Yeah, it won't dampen the spirits now that we've got ourselves level early on in the second half. And if that was a tactical substitution, then
it's worked.
it certainly has worked. And fair play to Simon and his coaching team.
Green then on the far side, but intercepted by Stanley to Oppong. Then he loses the ball. Stanley wins it back. Voice gets it away, cleared by Thompson, and then headed out by Thanodge for a throw-in on the far side. Just got the attendance for you, 960. That's 960. And Kettering retained the ball here with Powell. Powell going forward, it's a heavy ball though, didn't give Lewis too much, but a collision on Powell and the number 11. Powell won that one. Referee deems it's a free kick. Smith took the free kick quickly. Out on the far side from Phillips. Finding De Silva. De Silva still with it, switches it on this side, but York tried to intercept, but well won by the tricky number 11, who's been a real handful this afternoon. Plays the ball back to Leon Davis. He finds Smith. Back onto De Silva on that far side. He brings it down. Dummies Oppong, gets it in, right footed. A chance here comes in, and both Stortford players in the 6-yard box missed it, going over them. Green is wanting a penalty, but he's never going to get it. That goes out harmlessly for a goal kick. 1-1 then. Bright start to the second half.
Yeah, it's always a bright start. We get the equaliser. Just keep an eye on the Jason Alexander. Just make sure he's okay. I saw him talking to Simon at half time. I don't know whether he's got a problem or not. He was late out the dressing room as well, so we'll keep our eye on that. But Lewis with the ball now in the centre circle. Out to Eddie Oppong on the far side, into Powell. Powell onto his left foot, but De Silva does well, comes across, robs him of the ball, and it's back with Hayton. Hayton clears left-footed, only to Oppong, chests the ball down. Well, battling on that far-hand side. Unfortunately, he's sort of being manhandled. Of course, no free kick to the Poppies. It'll be a throw-in to the visitors.
Yeah, Oppong there was, as you say, manhandled all the way, and it went out for a throw. No protection from the referee whatsoever. Throw in on the far side then. It's going to be De Silva with it eventually. Rain stops and it gets a little bit brighter. It's quite a dark sky. But Wes York in the centre heads the ball forward, but not too well directed, although Lewis does get it to Ranger. Back to Lewis, outside to Powell. Powell running forward. Powell again puts the ball in low. There's a chance, but it's cleared to Green. Thanodge wins it well. Tries a long ranger, and comfortable save for Hayton at his near post. Bright sunshine now. And I think it was off target, that one, Gary, but a shot nonetheless. And that will give those Poppies fans in the tin hat a lot of encouragement, having just seen an equaliser come flying in. And leaves that for Alexander. The ball back with him. Bowls the ball out to Voice. Voice going forward. Still Voice. Plays it into Stanley. Stanley back to Andow. Andow out wide to Wes York. York's got Loza in front of him. Plays it to Loza. Loza, scorer of the equaliser. Flicks the ball by Davis. Still Loza. Good sliding tackle there by Haynes. And almost a two-footed tackle, but it is a throw-in down with the corner flag, right on our right-hand side, almost out of our vision, but not so now in this glorious new gantry that we've got. A few curtains and a the sofa at the back would be quite nice. As headed out by Green, only towards Voice. Plays it out wide to Powell. Powell comes back, gets the ball, beats De Silva. Still going forward is Powell, does a little turn, plays it out wide to Oppong. Oppong, can he get the ball over? Puts the ball into Ranger. Ranger squares it to Lewis. He can't get a shot away, but Lozer's out wide. Comes in the centre, plays a 1-2, but Green gets the ball, and then the push by Lozer. Referee says foul, and it will be a foul. And play will stop. 54 minutes, Kettering Town 1, Bishop Stortford 1. You're listening to Poppers TV Audio, sponsored by Elgood's Brewery. And it's going to be a free kick to the visitors. Taken by the keeper. It's a decent one if the number 11 can keep it, and he can't. It goes out of play, and that will be a goal kick. And coming forward, gets the ball to Lozer. Lozer comes out inside, does very, very well. He's a very tricky player, gets the ball out for Powell if he can keep this in. Powell on the far side, inside the penalty area. Powell might come inside, might try a shot. Powell shoots, but it's blocked by Haynes as it was going in that near post. And then Oppong is knocked off the ball, and the referee, again, to ironic cheers, gives a foul as he is pushed to the ground. And a free kick. Powell unlucky there as Haynes got his big right boot to it. Stopped it from going in. Another foul on Oppong. And Vasilio is the culprit this time on the far side. And action back here on Tuesday night against Stamford, who I think were losing at Banbury at half-time, 2-0 I think. Or was that Spalding? I can't remember. As the ball is with Lewis. Lewis finds Thanodge. Thanodge into Lewis to Stanley. Stanley to Powell. Powell trying to beat 2-3 players. Pushed down. Penalty. Yes. Powell's been brought down. No. It's goal kick. We thought he'd given a penalty. He pointed. Everybody thought it was a penalty, but goal kick given. And the referee now is going over to...
I think something's been said by the Poppies bench about that decision.
Not sure.
The linesman bringing attention.
Not allowed to say anything
referee.
these days about anything, are you? You
not.
know. So...
and it's going to be one of the coaching staff.
And it is... one of the coach's staff receives a yellow card. Terry, I think it is. So obviously said something. That's a penalty. And,
that's a penalty.
That's a penalty. That is. You know,
yeah.
Has been booked for it. But
there might have been a few other adjectives used, but nonetheless,
back to the action. It's going to be a goal kick. Everybody in that tin hat was dreaming of a penalty, but it isn't to be. And if we can get a move on from the goalkeeper, that would be a good thing. He finally gets the ball away. Headed on, cleared by Andow to Voice, who collides with Akambi. It'll be a Kettering Town throw-in. Oppong to Ranger, the captain this afternoon. Back to Oppong. Back to Voice. He squares it to Andow, who's playing in the centre now. Out wide to Wes York, who's got a bit of space to run if he can collect the ball. He has. Plays it inside to Lewis, into Lozer. Lozer back to Lewis. Squares it to Thanodge in the centre circle. Thanodge going forward, beats one, beats two, puts the ball through, beats everybody. And Haynes plays an agricultural clearance. Gets it to Stanley, out wide to Oppong. Oppong having to come back, plays it back to Voice. Voice square to Andow in the centre. Andow And that glorious run in that first half saw his shot well saved. Plays the ball out to York. York back to Andow on the halfway line. He plays it to Lewis. Lewis to Voice. Voice out wide to Oppong. Oppong plays a crazy ball over and hit with too much aplomb, and that goes out for a goal kick. Rangers salutes him. Right idea, just wrong club, I think.
Yeah, definitely overclubbed, no doubt about that, as the rain returns here to Latimer Park, 59th minute. Kettering Town 1, Bishop Stortford 1.
Goal kick there be taken by Adam Hayton. It's headed on. Green trying to get there, but Andow wins the battle, gets it out of Oppong. He plays it, but it is well won by Jack Smith. He loses it straight away there to Powell. Powell on the halfway line. Not a lot on for him. He puts the ball through to Loza. Can Loza get there? Out comes the keeper. And the keeper does well, just denying Loza. And away come the visitors. Leon Davis playing it to Jack Smith. Out wide on the far side. He's fined De Silva. Plays it long, cries of offside. And the flag never went up. He's played the advantage there, I think, as he's blatantly offside. Alexander collected the ball, gets it out to Voice. Voice finds Thanoj. Thanoj moving forward into Loza. Loza, heavy touch, loses the ball, gets it out, though, to Aaron Green. Aaron Green got two poppies round him. Ball, though, with Andow, does well to find Thanoj. Thanoj to Lewis. Lewis to Ranger. Ranger under pressure, loses the ball. And a foul by a Ranger on Anya Wangwama. Panorama, Biryani. It's a free kick just inside the centre circle in Kettering's half. Rain coming down now a little heavier. It's been taken quickly out to De Silva on the far side. De Silva wearing the blue boots, tries to get a cross in, cut out by Oppong on the wing. Flicks it through, he's onside. If he can get the ball, no, he's not offside. Late flagged from the official down here. That's a shame.
Substitution for the visitors coming up. It's going to be the second one of the afternoon. Callum Powell, obviously, for Poppies at half time. And it's going to be Luca Chalwell, who is coming on, and Aaron Green, who is departing.
Well, Chalwell is their leading goal scorer with 3 so far. And Green has been quite a thorn in Kettering's side, actually. He's played quite well in that first half, but Chalwell comes on. Well, Chalwell, the league scorer with 3. I think he scored a few in the cup as well. But kick taken by the keeper towards the number 19. There is Andow, gets the ball in. It's cleared by Voice, only towards Davis. There is York, but he can't control. Handball, blatant, missed by the referee, but Loza gets it. That goes out for throw-in by Davis. Referees missed quite a lot this afternoon so far. As York with the throw-in right in front of us on the gantry. Gets it to Loza. Good movement from Loza. Out wide to Powell. Powell goes over him, too high for him. The ball really was towards Lewis, who was unmarked, but I don't think York could see that. We've got the elevated position, so we can see the space a lot better than the players on the ground. But the ball was really towards Lewis, who would have been away. And if Powell had been another foot taller, he might have kept that in. But he hasn't. Throw in, far side, 1-1 here in the second half as Andow thought about playing it back and clears it out for a throw-in. No, it's kept in. No, it has gone out. So a throw-in, 1-1.
Throw-in on the far side, in front of the Poppies dugout. It's going to be De Silva. throwing it down the line, looking for Chalwell, but it's over his head, and Fanodge clears to Stanley. Stanley up to Oppong on the touchline. Good 1-2 with Stanley. Stanley then puts the ball forward to Powell. Powell looking for Loza. Haynes is there to hook the ball away towards the halfway line. Good leap by Fanodge, and Chalwell then retrieves the ball, but ricocheting away to the far side. Canby trying to get on the end of that, but he's shepherded away from the ball by Caden Voice. He's had a good debut for the Poppies here this afternoon, and it's a throw into the Reds.
Yeah, he's played well, considering it's his first game in men's football, I would have thought. He's played in the 19s for Wolves, but this is a different game altogether. The ball, though, has found its way to the number 11 on this left-hand side. York in front of him, but York gets a foot in, and then he's robbed by Lewis. Good ball towards Loza. Loza's got Powell, but it's a heavy touch by Loza, and Haynes gets the ball back to the keeper. He sends it down the middle. There is Chalwell. And Chalwell then loses the ball to Oppong, who's come inside, plays it out to York. Chalwell, quite a tall player, as most of the Bishop players seem to be. Not many diminutive players on their side. York back to Andow. Andow thought about playing it back to the keeper, but Dummy's the player. Back to Ranger. Ranger being held, gets it out to Loza. Loza plays it towards Powell. Powell's away now on this right-hand side. Two in the box. Can he get the ball over? Powell comes inside the penalty. Does an alley shuffle. Puts the ball in here. A chance here. And it's cleared by the visitors. Only towards Andow there, going forward as York goes down, and he brings it back. That's going to be a booking. We had advantage, and he brought the play back. Yellow card for when he turns around.
Number 11, I think.
It is number 11. Onyegawara. He goes into the book.
Referee, though, should have played advantage. Ando was away down this near side. Free quickly taken. Fanodge in the midfield area. Squares it to Lewis. Lewis onto Voice. Voice to Oppong on the far touchline. Finds Voice. And that goes off the Bishop Stortford defender. And that will be a throw-in, which Oppong will take. That's the foul throw by Eddie, unfortunately. So gifting the opposition the ball. Into the 66th minute here at Latimer Park, 1-0. You're listening to Poppies TV Radio. Sponsored by Elgood's Brewery. Throw in quickly taken. Onyewera. And he's fouling. He was fouling the Poppies player. I think it was Eddie Oppong, being dragged down by him, and yet he wins the free kick. It's a strange decision by the referee.
There's been a few of those.
There has been a few of those.
Free kick then, just inside Kettering's half on the far side, as De Silva is trying to take it, but one of the Bishop players is having some fluids. That's been taken now. Back post here comes in, and that's an escape there for Kettering. It was Chalwell, I think it was, who or was it the captain Thompson who got?
It was Thompson.
Thompson, yeah.
There was miscommunication on the defence there. Where's York saying, why was I picking up their tallest player? Having a go at Niall Ranger. He should have gone back to defend that set piece, but he didn't. Poppies got away with it.
Ball out with Voice on the far side, plays it out to Oppong. Oppong now with a chance to open his legs and get by the number 12. He's done so, unless he gets fouled. Still Oppong with it, and there he's fouled. Now the referee needs to get a card out here. How many more times is going to happen? It's Basilio this time. Referee's given the free kick, and I think he's going to... is he going into the book?
Yes, he's going to get booked. Basilio, he's had a few bites at the cherry, shall we say, this afternoon. And one too many bites. And another yellow card for the visitors to match their yellow tops.
Powell then with the free kick, parallel to the angle of the penalty area on the far side. As the rain comes down, we can hear the rain now with our new gantry roof. Powell then, can he get a good crossover? Well, we will wait and see. 68 minutes we're into. Fans in the tin hat singing. And Powell, 2 in the wall for Bishop. Ball comes in. There's a chance here. Doesn't reach Ranger. It does reach Lewis. And handball. Nothing given. And York allows the ball to go back to Alexander as well out of his area. Gets it out to Oppong on the far side. Finds Thanodge, who then is fouled. And is a free kick. And then Kettering to make another substitution. Looks like Fataggio is going to get an outing. Ishmael, call me Ishmael.
Yeah, call me Ishmael. And fantastic to see Ishmael back after his arm break in the pre-season for the Poppies. Jack Smith, though, in possession to the visitors, finds Phillips. Phillips back to Smith in the centre circle, looking up his options. Probably going to go wide, is he? No, he's gone back to Phillips, who puts the ball back to Haynes in the Bishop Stortford half. To Lewis. Lewis inside to Smith. Back to Lewis. Bit of possession here for the visitors, but it's all in their half at the moment. Haynes all the way back to Adam Hayton in goal. Hayton then launches the ball to the halfway line over his player's head, over Wes York's head, and that'll be throw into the Poppies. And that's quickly taken back to Jason Alexander. Alexander switches the ball out. Oppong does well to keep the ball in on that far side. It's his turn to go long, looking for Callum Powell. Powell does well, gets in front of De Silva, using his body well as a shield. De Silva gets the foot in, and that will be a throw-in to the Poppies. And it will be time to see Ishmael back on the field in a Poppies shirt. This time his competitive debut. And it's going to be Connor Stanley, who's the man to make way.
Second debutee for the Poppies this afternoon. And this is a welcome back to Ishmael Fataggio, who was cruelly injured in pre-season. He's been desperate to get back. I've been having a few chats with him. And it's a good sign to see him back on the pitch. So it's going to be, where's the ball? Over there to Oppong with it, the throw-in. Gets it to Ishmael. He gets his first touch, gets the ball over. And straight into the arms of the keeper. 1-1 here into the 71st minute of this game. The weather has turned. We've had everything today, sun, rain, not any snow yet or hail, but that probably will come. 10 degrees cooler than yesterday, I think it is. So autumn bearing in now as we head towards the winter. Oppong with the throw-in on the far side near the corner flag, gets it towards Ranger, gets a foot to it. Ishmael can't do much with that. The ball comes through and that goes out for a goal kick. Kettering need to get that up tempo again. They had it for around 10-15 minutes when we first got into the game in the second half. Scored the equaliser. And Powell beaten to that ball. There is Chadwell. Plays it to Leon Davis. Under pressure from Loza. Has to play the ball back to the keeper. Keeper traps it, sends it out wide, but Oppong chests it down towards Powell. Can Powell keep it in? He can. Good work there from Powell and Oppong. Powell now on that, hugging that touchline. Comes inside. Can he get the ball over? He can towards Ranger. Falls over. Ranger puts the ball in. Ranger. 2-1! Ranger gets the ball in from a cute angle. Great work from Powell again. And there's Ranger to slot the ball through. 6th goal of the season. 2-1.
Well, Callum Powell has certainly made an impression in this second half as a substitute for the Poppies. It was his tricky footwear. But set the ball up for Ranger. Ranger still have work to do. And a little cutback from Ranger to bring the ball away from the byline and slot the ball in with his right foot into the goal. And the Poppies have the lead 2-1.
What an angle that was, though, from Ranger slot that in. I thought he probably was too acute. It was rather like the Loza one last season from the other side, and he slotted that one away. Ranger, 6th goal of the season in the league. And as captain, kept him take a 2-1 lead, having been a goal behind. And the rain coming down, but who cares? Kettering are winning 2-1.
Yep, singing in the rain time, that's for sure, for the Poppies fans. But there's still plenty of time to go in this one, and that was another foul. The voice getting clattered, but the referee once again saying no free kick. It will be a goal kick instead for the Reds.
Referee there again missing out on a foul on a Kettering player, and that was a late one on voice, and nothing was given. We were waiting for a ball to be found. This one went into orbit and has gone out the ground. Alexander's got a new ball, and he gets the ball out to Andow. Andow sending it long towards Loza. There's Haynes, though, falling over, gets it to Chalwell. And interception by Thanodge. Back to Lewis. He finds Fataggio. Sends it long here for Powell. And Loza's with him. Powell bearing down. Powell, can he put the ball in? Powell! From an acute angle. He probably should have got the ball, flicked it towards Loza. Loza's arms aloft, but he went for gold. And he was just a fraction away from making it 3-1. He went out on the far side for a throw-in. Voice gets ahead to it. It's back with Alexander. But again, the pace of Powell certainly upsetting the apple cart of the Stortford defence. Voice back to Alexander. Sends it long towards Loza. Heads it down towards Ranger. He can't win that, though. There is Vasilio out wide. Flicks the ball through, gets a return, Vasilio, and then a foul on Andow, who goes down rather theatrically, but it is a free kick. And it is 2-1 in the 76th minute here at Latimer Park.
Yeah, Levy Andow got to the ball first. It's a free kick. Looking worse for wear, and the referee indicating that no further attention is required, and Levy's back on his feet. So a good turnaround here for the Reds so far this afternoon. Alexander, it would be to take the free kick just a few yards off his byline.
Quick score flash update. Banbury United 3, Spalding 0.
Yay!
Ranger gets the ball, trying to find Powell, but it intercepted. Oh, lovely turn there from the number 11, puts the ball out towards Chalwell. Chalwell chests it down, and gets a foot in. A chance here out wide, and good work there from Voice. And played it on to the foot of Akambi for a goal kick. Been very impressed with this new signing.
I have. I'm not sure whether we have a sponsor and whether we'll be asked to name man of the match, but he'd certainly be in my list of contenders for the Reds today.
He has indeed, as the ball is with Powell, but he's been knocked off the ball as Loza tries to win it back, which he has done. And Loza then is tripped and fouled. Again, Stortford resorting to bully tactics. That's a free kick on the far side as the rain gets a little heavier.
We got a picture of him for the. I've got any pictures of Voice, the brother head and shoulders.
Free kick on the far side. Powell then in the driving rain now. This is more like October, November now. We had July earlier in the game with the sun out, but Powell with the free kick plays a short one to Thanodge. Back to Powell. Powell down that wing, comes inside. Can he get the ball over? He can't. That's going to go out for a corner. So pressure from the Poppers and Simon Hollyoak's side. Rain driving down now. Powell going to take the corner. Ranger and Voice up there, along with Loza for Tajo just outside the penalty area. Powell about to take it. He does. Towards that back post. Goes over everybody, unfortunately, and cleared by Davis, who does up and under. Towards Fataggio does well, controlling it. And then it goes out for a Poppy's throw-in. Andow back to Voice. Voice sending it out wide. Powell will do well. He can't. It goes out for a throw-in as the heavens have opened. Another substitution for Kettering. Off comes Eddie Uppong to replace by Askham White. He's a right back from Bromsgrove Sporting and was very good against us last season for Sporting, but he's on for his debut.
Well, he might be a right back, but he's a left back this afternoon so far. Whereas York will maintain his right back position. 960 confirmed as the attendance today. 10 minutes to go plus stoppage time.
Fans scattering for cover as the heavens really open. This is almost biblical at the moment. And of course, we're nice and dry in our brand new gantry. No drips. Well, there's a few up here, but we're not stood over there. Alexander then with the goal kick into the 80th minute. West York having a bit of a joke with the lino down here. Alexander takes it long towards Ranger in the middle. Ranger beaten to it. White gets his first touch, wins it, and then is adjudged to a foul. Thanodge can't believe it. Referee has been, I don't know, I'm not going to mention too much about the referee, but it is going to be a free kick just in the centre circle on the far side. Game here on Tuesday against Stamford, who I'm believing also are losing 2-0. Well, were losing 2-0 away. And Chalwell gets a header from the free kick, goes out harmlessly for a goal kick. And it remains Kettering Town 2, Bishop Stortford 1. Alexander. Say we're here against Stamford on Tuesday night, 7:45 kickoff. The ball is dispatched by Alexander towards Ranger. He can't get there as Voice's shirt was being pushed and tugged. Foul, no, on the far side, but the number 11 wins it and now gives the foul, brings play back. Funny how he can do it one way and not the other, the referee, but very inconsistent. De Silva with the free kick, just a couple of yards inside the Poppy's half on the far side. Powell not 8 yards away or 10 yards away. That kick has been taken. Comes in there, cleared by Andow. Well won by Lewis, but given away to Jack Smith. Well won by Voice. Gets the ball out of Powell now. Powell's away. He's got Loza with him. It's 3 against 2. Can he play the ball in? Powell comes in. Might try a shot. Does. Great save. And it goes for a corner. Great drive from Powell. And that should have been 3, but a brilliant save from the keeper, Adam Hayton. Went over for a corner, got a hand to it. And but a good break from the Poppies. Loza about to take this corner. The rain ceases a little bit. Plays a short one to Fataggio, back to Loza, because they both come from the Norwich area. They should know each other's play quite well. Both played for Leiston last season. As Loza comes inside here, Loza puts the ball through. It needs a touch. It's cleared away. Any touch, and that would have gone in, but the vital touch came from the Bishop defence. Throwing been taken by York. A poor one, though. And I'm going to pick up the pieces here. Oh, lovely little feign by him. Gets it to Thanodge. Squares it to Voice. And Voice out to Powell. Powell. White was overlapping, but into Thanodge. Thanodge back to Lewis. Squared to Wes York. Wes York has got Fataggio. Fataggio in there. Can he get the ball over? He can, puts it in. Near post, keeper cuts it out. Again, another good move from the Poppies. 84 minutes we're into at Latimer Park. And now to Lewis. Lewis to Thanodge. Thanodge, little flick on the side to White. Back to Thanodge. Thanodge in the centre. Plays it out wide this time to Loza. Loza chests it down. A heavy touch, but Loza regains the ball. Loza in the penalty area. Can he get the ball over? Puts the ball through. A little touch here. It should be. Fataggio, 3-1! Scores on his debut. 3-1. Brilliant for the lad. That should be game, set and match. What a great ball. I knew it couldn't go to a player who deserves more applause. Ismail Fataggio, 3-1 for the Poppies.
Just reward for the young man coming back today from his broken arm. And a debut goal for Ismail. Good work again from Loza. We really have tore him to shreds at times in this second half with the pace of Powell and Loza. And it was his pullback that arrived at Fataggio's feet. He makes no mistake. That's 3-1. And in the 85th minute, we're going to see another substitute for the visitors. But
it's Ryan Fields is coming on for Fabian Vasilio.
Yeah.
On 85 minutes. So 3-1 to the Poppies. What a great goal for Fataggio. Thoroughly deserved. Lovely work from his mate. And Kettering take a 3-1 advantage. As Chalwell gets the ball played out wide to the number 11, who's not been so influential in this second half. Finding Haynes. Haynes squares it to Thompson, out wide. Oh, little nutmeg there, but it's out wide again to the number 11 on this left-hand side. Wes York in front of him, tries to get the ball over, headed out. There must be a chance here. Oh, it's a great save. And it's been given as a goal kick. Well, they can't believe it. Chalwell thought that it was pushed over the bar from 6 yards by Alexander. Referee linesman didn't agree with that, and I agree with them for the first time.
Yeah, it took the 86 minutes for an agreement to be had. Kai Fifield is stripped and ready to go, so he'll be coming on shortly, and it looks like Niall Ranger will be making way for him, judging by the disco board held by Malk on that far side. But we're back underway. Launch forward to Loza. Loza is onside now, and he's away into the penalty box. Jamal Loza onto his left foot. Oh, it's unselfish trying to find Ismail again, but the ball just come back to him. Fataggio back inside to Powell. Powell with the shot this time, and it's beaten away by Hayton. Otherwise, that was 4-1 to the Poppies. Bishop Stortford at 6s and 7s again at the moment. Voice plays the ball forward again. Lovely ball forward, but Haynes is away to clear that one. Bounds to Lewis. Lewis does well to keep the ball in for the visitors on the far side. Comes it forward to Phillips near the halfway line, but Alfie Lewis is making a nuisance of himself. De Silva out to Anuere on this near side, having a run now at Wes York. takes him inside, then lays the ball off to De Silva, but it's too short, and Alfie Lewis picks up Fatagio with the ball forward for Powell. Powell does well, gets the ball under control very quickly, and then he's fouled. Now, it should be a yellow card for Haynes, and it will be, to add his name to the ranks of yellow cards for the visitors.
Yeah, Haynes goes into the book. That's the third Stortford player to receive some paperwork.
Yep.
Powell over the ball along with Fatagio. Fifield still waiting to come on. And looks like that it will be Ranger to come off, sorry. But Powell is lining this one up as referees pace the ball back. There's three very, very tall defenders in that wall. And the Kettering forwards now moving into it. Goalkeeper is running up and down. 89 minutes we're into at the moment. There goes the whistle. Powell over the ball. Callum Powell fires one in, and that goes over the goal mouth. That's just gone over into someone's garden.
Yep,
and that was
finally,
it.
A substitution will be made. Kai Firefield.
Niall Ranger, job complete as captain. Gets a warm round of applause from the faithful in the tin hat. Had another good game, another goal. And Fifield coming on for a cameo appearance this afternoon. Kai coming on then. It will be a goal kick when we get back underway. Rain has ceased. Sun comes out, and why not? Kettering a 3-1 ahead. Just to remind you all, we're back here on Tuesday night against Stamford, the Daniels, who were losing last time we were into. Good work from Fifield. Gets the ball back to Powell, losing 4-0 now. And it's on the far side. Cleared by De Silva. Back to York. York finds Fatagio. Fatagio comes inside. Plays it out wide to Lewis. Lewis into Fatagio. Fatagio puts the ball in. A chance here for Powell, but it's hit with a bit too much. Out comes the keeper. Bowls the ball down. 90 minutes are up. We've not seen the how much time. Dan Willis needs to get the scoreboard on in Malk's absence. Ball out wide to the number 11 coming forward. Bishop trying to get back into this game. His little punt forward. 4 minutes of time added on as Fatagio gets the ball away to Powell. Powell now he's on his own. He's got Loza though catching up. Powell going to come inside. Will he try a shot from acute angle? He does, and there's no one there again. He's done that 3 or 4 times. Nobody up with him, though, unfortunately. And away come Bishop Stortford. Back to the number 11. Just been given the man of the match, and that is Callum Powell. He's played well since he's been on, there's no doubt about it, but I think we've got to mention how well that debutee Caden Voice has played. I think he's been exceptional.
I think he would get my
He'd get my vote, and that is for sure.
Another clearing header by him there.
Away comes Loza. He's got Powell, and the ball's come through to Powell. Can Powell's now get through? A great challenge by Bishop, who's gone down a little bit with it. Might have pulled something, but without that interception from Thompson, that would have been 4-1. Kai Fifield away with it. Being chased down, puts the ball into Powell. Powell a little touch, but Haynes gets the ball back to Hayton. And we are into the so 2 minutes into time added on. It's Stortford trying to get the ball over chance, and there goes Alexander. Falls down on the ball as the number 8, Phillips, comes in. Little handshake between them both, a little grin from Alexander. And Lewis on that far side as Fataggio, and there is Askham White. A little shove on. Well, it's Loza, in fact, actually, not Askham White. A little shove. The referee seems or deems that to be a free kick as we're into the 3rd minute of time added on. Reflections, Gary?
Well, I think it's a thoroughly deserved victory on reflection. We had a quiet opening 20 minutes. We were the better team ever since then. And we've reacted very well to going a goal behind against the run of play. And the second half has just been a continuation of the last 20 minutes of the first half. So, as I say, thoroughly deserved 3 points.
Powell breaking forward. He's got Fifield one way. Here comes Fifield. Can Fifield get the ball in? Fifield puts a little bit of tricky. Fifield puts the ball in. Another good save from the keeper. Tries to place it. And Kettering could have had 5 or 6 this afternoon. Keeper has distinguished himself despite letting him free. Another great save. Fifield can't believe it. Corner to the Poppies as we go into the final minute of time added on. Yes. And a comprehensive victory in the end for the Poppies. A deserved win for the Poppies. And there is Loza, goes down and cleared by Bishop towards Voice. Finds Loza. A little flick through towards Powell, who will be offside. Is he onside? Flag hasn't gone up. Powell gets the ball through Loza. Again, that goes wide and doesn't go out of play. But there goes the whistle. It's all over here at Latimer Park. A comprehensive 3-1 win by the Poppies. Goals from Niall Ranger, Ishmael on his debut. And the Poppies Easter victory with Loza slotting in his goal. And congratulations to our colleague up here, Richard Atkinson, who's finally seen a win this season. And, yeah, a good victory. Kettering back on it now. And we go on to Tuesday full of confidence, Gary.
Yeah, let's hope this is the momentum builder, Paul, and we can carry this good performance on to Tuesday at home to Stamford, who they were 4-0 down at Needham Market last I saw, but that will be another game, another day. But this afternoon, they thoroughly deserved win. Good turnaround from the Poppies. Well deserved, and 3 points, and it stops the rot in terms of poor recent results. So we will be back broadcasting the match on Tuesday. I may be here to watch some of the second half, but I won't be on commentary duties, but the team here will be broadcasting. So that's it as far as I'm concerned. You got anything else to say, Mr. Cook? No, he hasn't. So we'll say thank you very much for listening this afternoon, and goodbye from Latimer Park.